Hello, it's Brandon Bakes, and today we're baking offset again at my grandma's kitchen. And we're going to be baking apple pies that look like leaves and acorns for fall. Alright, what you're going to want to do first is get a sheet of puff pastry, some sugar, an egg, but we're going to take the yolk out and just use the white, 3 apples, and yeah. And some cinnamon sugar. So now what you're going to want to do is roll out your puff pastry to 14 and 12 inches. Well, one side 14 inches, the other 12. And with the apples, it doesn't just have to be 3 apples. It has to equal a cup and a half of apples. So yeah. Alright. Just trying to roll out the puff pastry. The puff pastry can be a little hard to roll out. So, when you're rolling it out, just remember that. Alright, so I have my puff pastry rolled out now. So I'm just going to set this off to the side. And I already pre-peeled my apples, but you have to peel them. And this is how to make a homemade apple filling. But if you have apple filling, that's all you need. So, what you do first is you lay your apple on its side, and then you chop one side of the apple, you put it on its flat side, chop the other side, put it on the new flat side, chop it, oops, got a little bit about the core, so just gotta fix that. Alright, and then just chop the last bit off and chop into small segments. So cut it into a couple small lines. And then chop it into fifths from there. And put it into a bowl. And do that with all the pieces that you just chopped. And do it with how many apples you have. Alright, now you're going to want to put cinnamon sugar on your apples. I have a mixture where it's already mixed in, but otherwise you just put some cinnamon and sugar on it. So you want to get a good amount on there, and then just stir it up until all the apples have a lot of cinnamon sugar on it. I think mine need a little bit more. Just a tad bit more. Alright, I think the apples are done now. Alright, now it's time to cut your puff pastry. You gotta cut it into 6 pieces. Alright, and then do the next spot. Alright, now cut them all in half. But right there is half. Alright, now they're all chopped into 6. Now you want to get an egg white. So I have this egg separator. Place it on the side of a bowl. You gotta be really careful when you crack it because you don't want to break the yolk. Oops, I got a little shell in there. And crack it open. Throw the shell in the garbage. And then just let you get everything out. Alright, and then dump it into a bowl on the side. And then this is your egg white, and you put a teaspoon, a half a teaspoon of water in it. Alright. Alright, now it's time to move your puff pastry in to your pan. So you want to get it in there, and you want to do like a mixture of letting it sink in there and then pushing it down. Let it sink in there and then push down. Alright, then here it is. Get 1/4 of your apples, 1/4 cup of apples, and just put it into the center. Then wrap it up. Then get a brush with your egg white and just wipe it over the top. And then get some sugar in the raw, or sugar, but I want to use sugar in the raw. And sprinkle it over top of your pastry. And do that for every single hole. There's some people who don't know what sugar in the raw is. It's basically like thicker sugar, and it's brown. So yeah, and it's a little bit bigger. But I'm on the last one now, so put it in the pan. And get the rest of my apples. Put it in there. Make sure you get all of it out. Wrap it up. And then get your egg mixture. And sprinkle sugar in the raw on top. And when you're done with this, you put it in the freezer for 15 minutes and preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Alright, I had this in the freezer for 15 minutes. Now, you're going to put it in your oven that is at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. So open my oven up and put it towards the middle-ish. Close it up and put it in for 20 minutes. Alright, so they're done now. Let's pull them out of the oven. Oh, yep. So, pulling them out right now. Oven's hot. It's like blowing in my face. I got them out. Set them on your cooling rack and let them sit for like 2 minutes just so they stop sizzling. Alright, so this is the finished product. I'm choosing the acorn eat. Here's what the acorn looks like. So put it on my pan. I recommend putting a little bit of powdered sugar on top. And then let's eat. So it's going to take a little chop. That tastes a lot. That tastes like apple pie. And the powdered sugar makes it really sweet. This is a really sweet pastry because you got the sweet apples, you got the sugar on it. If you put powdered sugar on there, it's even sweeter. So yeah, this is an autumn treat pan. It just looks like a bunch of, there's pumpkins, acorns, leaves, and yeah. But thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!